This book of poetry is titled Sunflower. It is by Brittany Manning. I thought the cover was absolutely cute. I love how vibrant the yellow is. I actually read the book with Kindle Unlimited, but the book is available for paperback if you head on over to Amazon. The book is 73 pages of very vulnerable and raw poetry. Now, I thought that the author was going to ease us in there with some of these poems. And truth be told, I didn't know what to expect for several reasons. One being, it has been at least probably 5, 6 months since your girl read some poetry. So I didn't know what to expect, what to anticipate. I don't think I've necessarily been avoiding reading poetry intentionally. It's just been happening because I've been reading so many books of urban fiction, psychological thrillers, short stories, novellas. So, me seeing this book, I said, okay, I'm excited about giving it a shot. I'm excited about giving it a try. As soon as I cracked this book open, the pages were absolutely beautiful. I don't know who took the time to do the typesetting, the formatting for this book. They did their big one with this one. Why do I say that? I feel like the colors were very vibrant. I also felt like the theme of it, like I thought the font was cute when I was reading it on what do you call it? On my iPad. Now, I did realize when I was reading it on my what do you call it? My phone. I was like, okay, let me zoom in a little bit so I can see it a little bit better. But when I'm scrolling from page to page, I like how not every single page was the same color. I said, you did your big one with that. Because sometimes when I am reading poetry, unless there's something that's really catching my attention outside of the words, sometimes it does feel like the words and the lines start to run into from one to the next. So one page might have been white in this book, the next page might have been purple, well, not purple, pink. Then there might have been another page right after that where it might have been white with some flowers, some sunflowers. Then you might have had another one where it was green. So I liked that I didn't feel visually fatigued while reading the book. Some pages have font in black, some pages have font in white. I also like too that you can actually see what number page you were on while you were reading the book, because sometimes when I'm reading books of poetry, I'll be like, what page am I on again? Like sometimes it's not always numbered. So I really did like that one. My favorite poem in this book was towards the beginning. It's titled River. I felt like the author was really vulnerable because one of the things that she said was, while I was too busy crying a river for you, I forgot to look at my own puddle. While I was too busy comparing my body to another woman's, I forgot to admire my own. While I was too busy going down that rabbit hole, I forgot there's a whole flower garden to walk through. I feel like we are at a place in society where it was different back 10, 15 years ago when we would look at a magazine cover Halle Berry, sexiest woman in America, and you could see it. Then it'd be like Halle Berry's top 10 workout tips, top 10 routines that she does to help keep her fit. Today, we don't have to wander over to that section of Walmart and wonder um, who's the sexiest chick this year or who's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. As soon as you pick up your phone and get on social media now, you're seeing either examples of what the preferred body type and preferred representation of what a woman should look like, or you're seeing certain rhetoric that might be saying that your body type, the way you present yourself and the way you show up, people just can't stand it. And it's not just coming from men, it's coming from women. Sometimes it even comes from children. And you know the children will be honest with you. If you look big and you look funny, or you just look crazy. If no one's gonna tell you outside of a drunk uncle or older grandma who don't care, it's going to be the children. Children don't care. They don't have a filter. They might not mean no harm, but if your hat is on backwards and you've been coming, showing up, smelling funny, looking a little questionable, children be the first one to notice when somebody's on drugs. They just don't have the words for it. I really liked how vulnerable the author was with this, because we are in also this boss chick era. This I'm a baddie. I'm this and that. We we're in an era where You show up with putting your best face forward. You show up your strongest self. You show up as if you have no insecurities. But then when we take everything off, when you take our wigs off, our makeup off, sometimes when we take our lashes off, truth be told, and this is not me trying to come at people who wear lashes, wigs, makeup, whatever. I can't do my makeup. I don't know how to do it, so that's why I don't do it. I do my own lashes when I feel like it, but at the same time, sometimes I don't feel like it. And as far as wigs go, my locks done got too long, so ain't no point in me putting a wig on. What I will say is sometimes when we wear lashes for a long time and then you take them off, you look in the mirror some days and you be like, wow, I really look like Little Bill. Where are my lashes? And it happens naturally. What do they call it? Do they call it lash blindness or something? The same thing with the women when they get fillers in their lips. Sometimes, like, while you're getting it done, you be like, oh, okay, it looks good. Maybe you stop getting fillers in your lips for like 2, 3 years and you'll look at them on pictures and be like, why the hell were my lips that big and why did no one tell me? And this is not me coming at women. I don't care what men be doing with their bodies. I don't I don't focus on men and what they're doing. It just seemed like a very girl book. If you want to feel seen in a book of poetry, this book will certainly do it for you. If there are certain moments of reflection you're looking to have in yourself as a woman, as a mother this year, this would be the book for it because sometimes I feel like we already know certain things, but then when you read it in a book, there's almost like this aha moment that goes off. It's almost like a light bulb goes off. And I experienced that while I was reading this book. This author is on Facebook as well. You can follow her Facebook page and stay up to date on everything that she is releasing and that she is coming out with. Very sweet individual, very personable. I feel like when you talk about I want to try out different authors, I want to read something that doesn't feel like a book I picked up 6 months ago. This is that kind of book. I truly feel like it's gonna be as soon as I get done recording this video, I'm probably about to go out and order my own paperback because, like I said, I really did like the formatting of the book, and I love the cover. You can't go wrong with yellow on a cover. You can't go wrong with a beautiful black woman on a cover. It's no longer Black History Month, but we still celebrate Black history and Black excellence 24/7, 365 days of the year. We don't get restricted to a month. Let me know what other books by this author I should be checking out, what other recommendations that you guys have for me. You can always head over to my website and subscribe so that you can see what videos I have coming out next, what books I have coming out next. It is at allsbrooks.com. You can always hire me as well to market and promote your book. I do offer video book reviews. That does not mean I'm going to give you a positive review just because it was paid for. Some books I don't be liking, y'all. Contrary to belief, there are some times I might be hired to market a book and I'll read it and I have to reach out to the author and let them know, like, hey, I don't think this was my cup of tea. You want to pivot to a book promotion service instead? And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Just because it was in a genre I was expecting to like, that don't mean all the times I'm always going to enjoy it. But what I'm not going to do is get up on a book review and record a whole video bashing an author in a book. I will never do that. I'm sorry. That's not my style because to me, it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of the author's time and funds. All of us could have just been spending our time differently. And I do acknowledge sometimes maybe I'm not the target audience, but I know how to market a book. I know how to get it in front of other readers and other authors. I know how to pin your book in. If it's a book of poetry, maybe I didn't enjoy it, but I know how to get up into the groups where there is poetry being marketed and how to get it in front of someone. So there's always that option as well. I can also help you to get your books on a digital billboard. I was going to say a digital book board, a digital billboard in a city near you so that you can be able to walk by or ride by on the highway and see your book. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.